Okay, so yeah, I did my presentation on Venice. My name is Bradshaw Richardson. The geography and climate. Venice is located in northeast Italy across a group of small islands, and Venice has a subtropical climate with winters that are chilly, warm springs, quick falls, and hot, humid summers. The rainfall averages around 30 inches a year, so the atmosphere is always humid given that the city is built on a shallow lagoon. The hottest months are July. The coldest month is January, and the wettest month is June. Historic sites in Venice, well, the three I chose I would go see is St. Mark's Square, Church of San Giorgio Maggiore. I don't really know how to say that. Cannaregio. Yeah, those three are the ones I chose. There are many historical sites in Venice, such as renowned structures, monuments, palaces, and parks, where you may discover more about the illustrious past of Venice. Doge's palace was built at a grand scale to demonstrate Venice's unstoppable strength. The city was ran from this place for nearly a century, and despite its evident luxury, the palace has a very limited defense, as though the Doge, the chief magistrate of Venice, was uncaring about the risk of danger. And the building is clearly Venetian, and it differs from the styles of most medieval palaces. For shopping and stores in Venice, Venice is well known for its fantastic shopping opportunities. The city has everything from designer labels to local foods and crafts. A lot of some examples of the designers that originated in Italy. Well, some of them did, but Gucci, Versace, Saint Laurent, Hermes. At the Rialto Market, you can get street vendors, food, clothing, pretty much anything you will need will be at the Rialto Market. This is an open air market that has been operating since 1097 AD. This market is near the famous Rialto Bridge, which is one of the oldest bridges in the city. And also, if you want to go shopping, Cannaregio provides a cheaper shopping experience for travelers. There's more locals, better food. It's definitely less touristy, but cheaper. And yeah. Okay, so culture and transportation in Venice. In Venice, no cars are allowed on the island. In order to get around, you're going to be using a water taxi or ACTV. You're going to be doing it, or you're also going to be doing a lot of walking. You can pay a 5-day transportation pass for about 40 bucks, or you could spend $10 every time you take a ride. Maybe more. That's lowballing. But from the airport, you'll be taking a bus to a water taxi, and from there they um, boat you into Venice. You'll be walking to your hotels through cobblestone streets and bridges. There are no Ubers or traditional transportation. Venice is very upscale, and during the day, people dress normally, but sometime after 4 or 5, a more vibrant nightlife hits the streets where people start to dress more fancy and a little bit bougie. I have a picture right here as an example of the fashion in Venice. These are the water taxis on the right. They are maybe not necessarily that one, but that is something you may ride in while you're in Venice. For my 5-day itinerary, on day one, from the airport, I'll be taking a bus to the water taxi, and from there, they will take you to Venice. Estimate $10 to $20. Find your Airbnb and start walking into the city to check in. I found Airbnbs, one bedrooms for anywhere from $50 to $200 a night. Um, I put a link. Oh, shit, I put a link right here. Only $74 a night in the cheaper area of the city, near the Cannaregio shopping center, like I mentioned. After checking in, I would probably head out of the Airbnb, go for a nice stroll, and find the local cafes, also known as osterias. On day two, I would take a tour of Doge's Palace, the museum, and the tower, which would take about 4 to 5 hours. But you would want to pre-book and get a front of the line pass ahead of time for about $40. And you could just go show up, but you'll be standing there and it'll be cheaper, but you'll be wasting much more time. For food and leisure, I would find a historic place to grab a bite in St. Mark's Plaza. I'd go check out the shopping in St. Mark's, find a place for dinner as well. I'd probably book a gondola evening boat ride, estimate about $80 for half an hour. They like to gyp their people, but on day three, for food, I would head out for breakfast at St. Mark's. There's this cafe that's not too expensive, called San Marco 1070 or 1076 cafe. I'd go there for breakfast, and as for the activities, I'd meet up with the tour guide for the pre-booked tour of St. Mark's Basilica and Museum, which is estimated about $80 and up for a pre-booked tour. It costs €3 without book tour, but you will wait in line for hours. Head to the museum at the end of the tour so you can get a good view of St. Mark's Square, and yeah, that's day 3. For day 4, this will be my all-day activity. This will take up the entire day. I book a tour to the island of Burano and Murano, about $20 to $30. Make sure to include a glass blowing tour. Murano is an island with a long tradition of glass making, and Burano is known for its colorful houses, great places to grab lunch and shop. And this will be an all-day thing. So yeah. For the last day, I would book a water taxi to the Rialto Bridge exit and grab lunch near the Rialto Bridge. Afterwards, I would walk around and take pictures of the historic bridge before heading out to do some shopping at the historic Rialto Market. And when you're at the Rialto Market, you'll be closer to the water transportation, which will take you directly back to the Marco Polo Airport. And yeah, that's my end of my 5-day itinerary, and that's my presentation.